This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.
What the heck is going on in Iran? With us today is Senator Cramer from the great state of North Dakota. And Senator, tell us, what are your thoughts?
Well, I sit on the Senate Armed Services Committee hearing, and we've been having meetings and briefings and, of course, hearings even on what's called readiness as we prepare for the next National Defense Authorization Act. But what's really going on, as much as anything, is Iran's capability is greatly diminished and nearly demolished, and the United States just keeps demonstrating greater and greater capability, along, of course, with the second greatest Air Force in the world, Israel. And I think what's happening is, besides taking out Iran's nuclear capabilities, more importantly, its ballistic capabilities to deliver a nuclear weapon or any other kind of weapon, taking out its Navy. That doesn't get talked a lot about, John, but that is
They still have one aircraft carrier, I understand. How come they haven't taken out the aircraft carrier?
You got to wonder what's taking so long, don't you? But who knows? Maybe by Friday morning it'll be gone. But it's really a remarkable show of force and capabilities that I think in some cases most of us weren't even certain we could pull off. And yet here's what we've done. And why that's important, besides taking out Iran, is it sends a message. You think Xi Jinping woke up this morning and thought, yeah, I think today'd be a good day to try to take out Taiwan? Do you think Vladimir Putin's going, gee whiz, I sure hope the United States gets in this Ukraine thing. I think we could handle them. Nope. They're all going, slow down, maybe not today, maybe not this year, maybe not anytime soon. I think it changes the geopolitics around the globe. The one thing I'd like to see is our stronger statements and greater cooperation from our European allies. I know that they have different politics in each country and all that, but we need to show a united Western freedom-loving front. And when Spain is less committed than Saudi Arabia, there's something wrong.
Well, I am very disappointed in some of our allies in Europe. Spain, I think, has come about. I haven't heard today's news, but the fact is that they got in trouble during World War II because they swallowed everything Hitler told them, and they got in trouble, and we had to bail them out. And I mean, right now, by France not backing us up 100%, by Great Britain tiptoeing through the tulips, Spain tiptoeing through the tulips. I mean, don't they realize that they don't know what the heck they're talking about?
I think they feel entitled to the protection of the United States, and we've seen them come along in the Ukraine war, because obviously that's in their world, it's in their neighborhood, but not until Donald Trump sort of dragged them to the table, forced them to put some more up. But even at that, it's been slow to go, John. And right now, what they ought to be doing is cheering us on in Iran. And while that's happening, keeping their eyes on Russia, giving even more support to Ukraine, help those people win that war, because I believe they can. I believe they're poised to. But they are going to need the munitions and the weapon systems and the intelligence to finish the job. That's been a disappointment to me. Now, on the other hand, a lot of our frenemies in the Middle East are becoming closer friends than ever before, but that's what a common enemy oftentimes does. But all of that... Now,
has Saudi Arabia, have all those Arab nations gathered around Saudi Arabia, or most of them have?
A lot of them have, particularly the ones that have been attacked by... Iran, even though that they didn't engage. No, they've always been under suspicion. Don't get me wrong. I always say there's friends, there's enemies, and there's frenemies. But like Qatar, Azerbaijan today, in the last 24 hours or less, was attacked. Obviously, Bahrain, an important player. Jordan, a very important player. Obviously, Saudi Arabia, the UAE. They've all, to varying degrees, been very supportive of what we're doing. And that's been a breath of fresh air. That's been very encouraging. But that's due to the important groundwork, the legwork that Donald Trump did in his first term with the Abraham Accords, and of course helping Israel, being supportive of Israel's efforts to defend itself. Remember last April when Iran shot hundreds of missiles at Israel, the United States was flying the skies with other allies in the region, to include Israel, to protect Israel, and did it so spectacularly that I really thought that might be the end of the hostilities, but clearly the Ayatollah disagreed.
Understood. Thank you so much for coming on this Thursday night, and let's pray. Maybe we'll talk again on Sunday for anything new that's going on. Thank you so much.
You've got my cell number anytime, John. Thank you.
Listen to this podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Why is the middle class shrinking? Why are people facing an affordability crisis while marginalized individuals called informals grow in numbers? Join me as I travel the world, speaking with people living in invisibility, the leaders working to solve it, and uncovering the hard truths shaping our economy and daily reality.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.